Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing one of Rizal's most important historical writings, The Philippines a Century Hence. But to begin, let us look at our learning objectives. By the end of this discussion, we aim to first assess Rizal's writing by understanding the context and message of his essay. Second, evaluate the value of understanding the past, especially how the historical experiences shape the present and future. Third, frame arguments based on evidence just as Rizal did when he analyzed the situation of the Philippines during his time. Now let's move to the background of the essay. Filipinas dentro de 100 años, translated as The Philippines Within 100 Years, or simply The Philippines a Century Hence, was published in La Solidaridad. And in this essay, Rizal examined the different causes of the miseries endured by Filipinos under the Spanish rule. He wrote this piece not only to expose the injustices of the colonial system, but also to forecast what might happen to the Philippines in the next 100 years. This makes the essay both analytical and prophetic, showing Rizal's deep understanding of social conditions and his hope for the future of the Filipino people. These first sections set the foundation for why Rizal believed change was necessary, and they highlight his commitment to awakening national consciousness.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. My report is all about the Philippine century hence. So, first, this essay start with analysis of the cause of the misery of the Filipino. One of the causes identified in this article was Spain implementation of her military policies. So, ang pasabot is, ang kanisya nga essay nagsugod sa pag-analyze sa mga causes sa misery sa mga tao. So, usa sa rason nga gi-point out diri kay ang Spain nga nag-implement sa iyang military policies. So another is, a second cause of this misery was deterioration and disappearance of Filipino indigenous culture. So another cause ani niya, so ang misery deterioration o disappearance sa Filipino na indigenous culture. So the third is this cause sa kalisod sa mga tao kay ilang pagka-passive o pagka-submissive sa Spanish. So muna ang ikatulong nga rason sa century hence.
So for my topic, can Spain prevent the progress of the Philippines? So if Spain wanted to stop the progress of the Philippines, what could it possibly do? So here are the three options, and each one shows how colonizer tried to keep Filipinos weak. So one is keep the people ignorant. So if people don't know their rights, it's easier to control them. So kung wala gid kabala mga Filipinos about their right, dali na gid kay sila makontrol sa Spain, because Spain had limited education, so Filipinos would not question authority. Tungod kay mas napa may educated pa man ang Spaniard before, mas dali na gid kay nila ma-control ang Filipinos because of their lack of education. Second is keep the people in poverty. If Filipinos are always struggling to survive, they won't have time to fight for freedom. So, kung ang Filipinos daw is the struggle kung saan nila pag-survive, wala na gid sila time sa freedom, because poverty becomes a tool to keep people dependent. And three, exterminate the Filipinos race. So, Rizal uses this to show how far Spain would have to go if they really wanted to stop the Philippines. So in short, Rizal shows that progress is natural. Even if Spain tried to stop it, Filipinos would still rise. He lists these three options not because they are right, but to show how impossible and immoral it would be to suppress a whole nation. So second, why keeping Filipinos ignorant failed? So the colonizer failed to keep the Filipinos ignorant because Filipinos eventually developed national consciousness. So nanay mga conscious ang Filipinos, na sila kanang national consciousness means people begin to feel united as one country. So, diri na nag-develop ang slowly education. Filipinos started learning, reading, and opening their minds. So, this led to the rise of the Ilustrado class, educated Filipinos who pushed for reforms and later sparked revolution. So, nganong na-failed man yun ang mga Spaniard? Because people become aware of injustice. Na-aware na mga Filipinos sa mga injustice, ng mga kuluhaton. Filipinos learn from books. Asa nila ito nandito sa books, newspapers, and foreign ideas. So, educated Filipinos inspired others to think and fight for freedom. Kabalo na mulaban ang mga Filipinos about their freedom. And, or in short, Rizal says that Spain's plans to keep Filipinos ignorant didn't work. So, katog yung mga gipambalak sa Spain is wala din nag-work sa Filipinos because Filipino become educated. They realize that they deserve freedom and equality. Knowledge united them. Because education becomes their weapon. That's all for my topic. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I'm Christian Romel Galpo and my topic is the Philippine Centurions records the improvement is also felt while keeping the people poverty created. In the Filipino is desire to change things, and number 7 is the Philippine Centurions can divide the empire and divide the role policy work foster immunity between the natives. Toristal would longer the effective owning the disease improvement. Archipelago brought about improvements in transportation. Hindi rin gumagana ang pagpanatili ng Pilipino sa kahirapan. Bakit? Ang pagiging mahirap lalong nagpapatibay ng Pilipino na pag nais magbago. Imbis na sumuko ang magkaroon ng lakas na lumaban para sa maayos na buhay. Hindi din gumagana ang divide the role o pag-away ng mga Pilipino, sabi ni Rizal. Hindi ito epekto dahil mas madali ang paglalakbay papunta sa ibang lugar. Dito nakapag-usap at nagkakaisa ang Pilipino. Ibig sabihin, dahil mas madali ang komunikasyon at paggalaw, hindi sila kanyang pag-awayin at paghihiwalay.
Good day everyone, I am Kirby Inting and this is my topic in the Philippines a century hence. Therefore, Spain has no way of blocking reforms and progress of the Philippines. Sa makatuwid, wala nang paraan ng Espanya upang hadlangan ang mga reforma at pag-unlad ng Pilipinas. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.
Sa giingon ni Rizal nga ang kalinaw o proseso mahimong tinuod lamang kung adunay tinuod nga epektibong reforma nga gipasigugdahan sa gobyerno o gisuportahan sa katawhan.
My report is all about reforms. These reforms were the following. Number 1, freedom of the press in the country. It means pag-disseminate sa mga balita, impormasyon o mga idea. It is very important sa usa ka demokrasya in a way o makapahayag sa mga opinion in the government. Number 2, representation of the Filipinos in the Spanish Cortes. It is very important to allow the Philippines to have a voice in the legislative process that affected colonial governance. And last, number 3, granting of Spanish citizenship to the people. Means a person legally becomes a Spanish national, acquiring the same rights and obligations nga gipanganak sa Spain. It includes night, life, work, and study in Spain. Thank you.
To be continue of the Philippines as century hands, there have a use question which is colonizing power will replace in Spain? Will it be a European power or an Asian power? So if the Spain will not be replaced either by a European or an Asian power, so which country then will be interested in what Spain has to give up? So in Rizal, this country is none other than is the United States of the America. This is what Rizal envisions, and this is easy to come true. Americans entered the Philippines and wrestled from Spain the control of the Philippines. In conclusion, Rizal Isis focuses on the reforms and political changes necessary for the Philippines to remain under Spanish rule. Rizal emphasized that the reforms must be initiated by the government for them to be feasible and effective.